morning, friends. It's Amanda. I wanted to make a quick video and talk to you a little bit about sugar and some sugar alternatives. And what made me think about making this video, yesterday morning I was cleaning up my kitchen after breakfast and I went to put my agave nectar back in the pantry. And I realized that a lot of you have asked me questions about nutrition, and I've talked to you about agave nectar and you've tried it and you've liked it, but I really haven't told everybody about it. And a lot of you, as I said, have asked me nutrition questions, and I'm not a nutrition expert by any means, but I can just kind of recommend some things to you that have worked for me. I want to tell you my history with sugar. This is my sugar canister, white refined sugar. About 2 years ago, I was in love with this stuff. I was addicted to this stuff. So it's been a running joke with my friends about how much sugar Amanda used in coffee and tea. When I would order a coffee like at McDonald's, like just a medium coffee, and I'm not exaggerating, I would put at least 10 to 15 little packets of sugar in there. And that really, to me, wasn't even that sweet. I mean, I really liked things really sweet. I was brought up in a house, I love you, Mom, but I was not brought up maybe with the best nutrition guidelines or advice. My mom loved sugar as well. She put sugar on Frosted Flakes. She put sugar on Fruit Loops. If I got a bowl of oatmeal, there was literally a layer of sugar. Cheerios, when I would eat Cheerios, I always wanted enough sugar so at the bottom of the bowl, when I would scoop down, there would be sugar on my spoon. So I loved sugar. To give you a background on why I started looking into sugar alternatives, about 2 years ago, I had been working out at the gym, and I was spending probably about 2 hours a day, at least 4 days a week, if not like 5 days a week at the gym. And, you know, I was fit, I had some tone, and I kept reading stuff in like Oxygen magazine about clean eating, and I didn't want to hear it. I really didn't want to hear it. My motto was, I go to the gym so I can eat what I want to eat. But I was working really hard, and I thought, gosh, I'm working so hard, I should look better than this, or I should be seeing better results. So I finally broke down, and I got Tosca Renault's the Clean Eat Diet book, and started reading it, and every page I would turn was like, no, because I realized that I was going to have to make a lot of changes. So I decided to make small changes. 1 week, I focused on my water intake. The next week, it was sodium. And I kind of put the sugar part off because I really liked my sugar. I really enjoy my coffee, and I really like it sweet. So probably about week 3, I decided, okay, we're gonna cut out sugar this week. And Tosca in the book talks about a lot of alternatives to white refined sugar. So week 3, I remember I got up and I made my coffee, and my sugar canister sits back here, and I sat in front of it, and I'm like, oh, I want to put you in my coffee. But I made the commitment that I was going to try not to. So that morning, I used some alternative sweeteners, and I'll be honest, did I like my coffee as well? No. But I stuck with it, and it became a habit. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about white refined sugar and some alternatives to it, because I have come to find some alternatives that I love and that really taste great, and that I wanted to encourage you to try as well. Because before I read the book, I had never heard of agave nectar or some different things. Why is white sugar so bad for us? The reason white sugar is so bad for us is because it is so processed, and our body breaks it down really fast, and when we metabolize that, it's stored as fat in our body, and then it raises our insulin levels really quickly. So there are other forms of sweeteners in their natural state that our body is not going to break down as quickly, and so we're not going to be storing that as fat. It's not going to shoot our insulin levels up and then shoot them down. You know, when I would drink my coffee with all that sugar, I would feel great for about an hour, and then I would crash, and it's because my body had processed that sugar, and then I went down. So some things that you want to try to avoid is this beautiful white sugar. One of the things I was going to share with you, this holds about a 5-pound bag of sugar. 2 years ago, when I would go to the grocery, every week I would buy a 5-pound bag of sugar. I do not remember the last time I bought a 5-pound bag of sugar. I do keep white sugar in my house. My husband enjoys the white sugar. I'm working on that. And you know what? yes, I do still use some white sugar. You guys saw my post about my apple pie. I use sugar in it. But I go through a 5-pound bag maybe every 4, 5, 6 months now, not every week. So, also powdered sugar, your body's going to break that down really fast, so you want to avoid that. A lot of you say, well, what about Splenda? I found a little Splenda packet in one of my drawers. My mom uses Splenda, so I try to have some here for her. It's processed, it's not natural, and you really want to avoid unnatural things in your body. Anything that you can eat or put in your body in its more natural state is what you want to put in there. Equal, I don't even know why I have a box of Equal. I've never drank Equal. I guess it's just for when I throw parties and that kind of stuff, so my guests have it. Sweet and low, just avoid those. They're really not good for your body. So what are some alternatives? Brown sugar, this is my brown sugar. Keep it in a ball jar. It stays nice and soft that way. Still not quite as good as some other option, but it is a good option. I use a little bit of brown sugar, teaspoon, tablespoon in my oatmeal each morning. Even better, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right, it's succinate. It's closer to molasses. It's a version of brown sugar. It's just not as processed. So again, your body's not going to break it down quite as fast. You can use this to bake breads and do that kind of stuff. I've used it in zucchini bread. Honey is a great natural alternative. Love it in tea. It does a good job sweetening tea. And then these are my 2 favorites. These 2 products have totally changed how I feel and just changed my addiction to sugar. One is stevia, and you can buy stevia in a powder form. You can also get it in these little packets, and I keep some of these in my purse for when I'm out. Like the other day I was at Panera and I got a cup of coffee. Well, they don't have stevia, but I have some packets in my purse, so you can carry those around with you. It also comes in a liquid form, which I've used that as well. Stevia does have a little bit, you can taste a sweetener taste, so I mix that with the guava nectar. This is my favorite thing. Love this stuff. There's dark and there's light agave nectar. It's a syrup, and you can use it for so many different things. I put it in my coffee. I use it in tea. I've also used it to bake with, and I use it on my oatmeal, which is wonderful. A little bit of brown sugar in this. I do like things sweet. I'll be honest, I probably eat more of this than what I should as well, but this is a lot better than this. So I would rather be eating lots of this than this. And this really, really tastes good. I've had a couple of you lately that have tried it and you really like it. You can get agave nectar and stevia at your local grocery store. I live in a small town, and even our local grocery store has agave nectar in their organic section. And my local grocery store actually sells it cheaper than our big grocery store, which is interesting. So I kind of stock up on this stuff. But I just wanted to recommend those 2 sweeteners to you. If you're like me and you were addicted or you are addicted to sugar, try some of these out, especially the agave nectar and the stevia. I love them, and they really provide good sweetness for you. And you're going to find that you're going to feel better, and you're just not going to have those highs and those lows. And you'll find that you probably will lose some weight when you do that, because your body's not going to be storing all that extra sugar as fat. So. If you guys have any questions about sugar or sugar alternatives, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I can tell you what's worked for me. Feel free to contact me. I love talking about fitness and nutrition, so feel free to contact me. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I hope you'll go out and get yourself some agave nectar. Have a great day.